Okay, so on session 11, we will talk about functions, why it is required, how to call function, what is what is a like function calling, what is function definition. And when we say function here, it is user defined functions. We are not talking about Java functions. This is called user defined function. User defined means programmer. Programmer is defining his or her own function. Java functions are, which is Java standardized functions. So for example, we saw about string functions, right? Those are Java functions. Okay. So let's quickly go to Eclipse and we have practice Java. Great. Creating a new class. Okay. And this will be function demo. Concentrate on today's session. It's very important. So let's say our objective for this class is um, get data about a student roll number and name. Get data about two student, let's say two student roll number and name, and print detail. Okay, fine. So how we will do that? First thing what we will do is we will accept the data. So roll number is integer, let's say. So we'll declare int roll. I'm just writing R number, okay, and there will be string name for the student name. Okay, so how to do that? It's simple. You will declare a scanner class. Scanner object is equals to new scanner, and you will say your input stream is system.in here, and after that you will ask user to put it, correct? So you will ask enter roll number for first student, something like this, and you will get it. So R number is equals to se dot next int. Just a minute. Great. Same thing you will apply for name. So I'm copying this. Then you scanner one time you have to declare. You don't have to declare again and again. Enter name for student, and here you will say sp dot next line, something like this, and this should be then string because you will capture the name, the student name in name string. The same thing you will do for second student, correct? Then you will say enter roll number for second student, and there is a problem there. You have to declare roll number underscore F is for the first student, let's say, okay, and name underscore F is for the second student. So yeah, you have to do it this way. So name, great. In the same way, you have to declare two more variables here. Roll number, this is for the second student, let's say, and we will put it like now. This is for roll number for second student, and this is name for second student. Done. Once this is done, so the program's objective is to get data about two student roll number and name and print the details. So this is just to accept it at the runtime. We have not done a print. We have not done a print yet. Correct. So we will print it. So system dot out dot println first student. Just a minute, hold on. So first student detail and backslash n, and then we will print it. Let's say roll number is equals to plus r number underscore f, and I'm writing in one line. Now you should be able to understand what we are doing. Backslash t, name plus name underscore f. Great. The same thing will happen for second student. So this will be second student detail, roll number underscore s, name underscore. Okay, let's execute this. I'm running this program and it is asking roll number for first student, that is 12, name for first student. There is some issue. It is not waiting for the next student name. Name for first student. Just a minute. Let me correct program. So, so let there is an issue how scanner works, right? Because you said that you want to accept it. It is capturing this itself as a value for the next line. Just wait. Let's do in this way that you will ask roll number and name for first student, and don't ask again for putting it. In the same way, you will say enter roll number and name for second student. Then this is not required. Done. Let's run it now. Run. Okay. 12 space testology. Will it work? Yes. Then 13 space Raj. Enter. So if you see here, it is showing me the detail. First student detail is roll number 12, name is testology. Second student detail, roll number 13, name is Raj. So let me put it equal to sign here. Okay. So I'll give you a chance. If you have any question, let me know. You can unmute and ask, because this is a very basic program, and tell me, do you feel any difficulty on doing this or all fine? Ask it quickly, please. I'll take it at the end otherwise. Okay, fine. This is a very basic program to check, get name and roll number and name, let's say one integer and one string, and we are just printing it. Now, understand that please don't unmute yourself in between. It's disturbing a lot in between. If you have any question, put it into the chat window, and at the end we will have the question answer. Now the thing is, this is this is a program, okay, very straightforward one. But let's say there are a lot of things. This is just accepting the data and printing it. Let's understand that there may be taking values for student address, phone number, maybe their course marks, then calculating their mark sheet, right? So this program will become, let's say, 1,000 line code. Then this program will become 1,000 line code. Okay, and then it will be very difficult to maintain this program, because if you want to change some, first of all you have to remember at what line what are the things are written. So let's assume that this is, see, we have written just 29 line program, right? Then let's say if it's a 1,000 line program to do lot of things related to taking students detail, related to getting mark sheet details, calculating the grade. There will be 1,000 things related to student details. So let's assume it's a 1,000 line program. Then it will be very difficult to maintain where, at which line, what kind of code is written, what kind of functionality is there. So for example, 15 to 18th line here is to take the value for the first student. 20 to 22 is taking detail for the second student. 25 to 26 is printing the detail. 28 to 29 is printing again for the second student. Here it is looking very easy because it is just 29 lines code. But once it will be bigger code, it will be difficult to manage. Okay? Somebody was asking, if there are 100 students, do we need to write scanner function multiple times, or we can use loop? Scanner is just one time you declare. You can use loop to get student roll number. So you can make an integer array to get the detail. We will do this practice. It's a good question, Shatrunjay, and we will do this practice maybe tomorrow. Yeah, sure. Okay. So it's the same program. If I want to do using function, how I will do it, that we will see today. So what is function? Function is nothing but block of code which you can call. Function is nothing but some block of code which you can call. So for example, I want to, do acceptance of um, these roll numbers, right? And name. I want to accept roll number and name for two students. The same thing, what we can do is we can simply cut this. I'm cutting it. I'm doing control X. And instead of this, I will say, let's say, accept value. You can give any name. This is not like a fixed rule to do it, right? I'm saying accept values and this. Now, the question is, what is this? This is function call. Means we want to call a function instead of writing the code here itself. We want to call a function. Now, if you are calling it, so there should be a definition. So here we will define this public static void accept values, and the same code I am putting it here. The same code I am putting it here. Yes, function and method are used like interchangeably. Both are same thing. Some people say it method, some people say it function. Both are same thing. Okay, so what we did, I deleted that code and put it here in a function. Great, but there is a problem. It is saying if I hover over this about the error, it is saying me, just a minute. It's saying number cannot be resolved to a variable. This particular variable cannot to resolve to the variable. That means this function doesn't know what is R number underscore n. So let's understand. Every function is independent function, right? It's a kind of independent. It it doesn't know from where it is called, first of all, as of now. It doesn't know that what is happening outside. So function has its own scope. This function, I said function is a block of code, right? So these are the code, let's say. It is starting from 26th line. It is ending at 36th line. And this code will be executed when this function will be called. It's like you call this function, and this will happen whenever you will call it. Right? Now the problem is this function doesn't know what is number underscore f, because r number underscore f was declared here. R number underscore f and these four variables are declared in main function, and this is the local variable for this main function. Right? To get its visibility, we will delete this and put it outside the main. Now what will happen is, as you declared it outside the main, the visibility of this variable will be there for here also, but still there is an error. Let's see. So it's saying some problem with the static reference. We'll understand it later on. As of now, the solution to this is you will just make all the variable as static. Just a minute, I'm making it static. Every variable will be static. Okay. Now the problem resolved. Error gone. It's perfectly fine now. Why we made it static is just a little brief about this. Is actually thing is, whenever there is a static function, right, and you are using a variable, any variable, then those variable, it is expecting that all the variables should be static only. But there is a solution. Once we will learn about classes and objects, these things will not be required to declare as a static. Wait for that. So this is how it works. It's perfectly fine. Now, I don't want this code also. This is related to displaying something. So I will delete it. and I will say display values function call. Now display values somewhere it has to be defined. So I'm going here, sorry, and make a function public static void display values curly bracket, and curly bracket should be end also. So yes, control V, perfect. Saving this. Now how clean this code is looking. This code is looking very clean. In the main function, we are calling accept values, one function, and then display values. Accept value will do its own task. When you call display values, it will do its own task. Okay, and everything is like independent. So good part about functions are they are reusable, reusable, and most of the time they are independent. Okay? Reusable means any number of times you can call this function to do the similar thing, to do the similar thing. We'll see this with another example. Let's understand how this is working. First of all, let me run this to check if everything is working fine. Enter roll number 23 and Nitesh. Enter 45 and Testology. Enter. Wow, working fine. Okay, and let's debug this program so that you will get to know what is happening. Let's debug this program. How to debug this program? You can put debug points anytime, anywhere. So I'm putting the debug point here and here. Let's say how this is working. I'm doing in the debug mode run now. Debug as Java application. Switch. Okay, so this is at line number 16. Okay, you can these are small windows, variable, breakpoint, expression. You can minimize it as of now, not required. Okay. So we are at line number 16. So I want to show how the flow will go on. So once this function is called, the control will jump to 21st line. Okay, let's see. So for that you can click here, step into F5. I did it. Did you observe that it is now the control is at 23rd line? Okay. And then you can run. I don't want to run it line by line because it's fine, because this thing will do its own task, and it will take these values and it will come out of the. So I'll put a uh, debug point at the end. I'm not able to do it, but it's fine once we get this detail. So I want to resume, and now it is asking me enter roll number for this. I'm putting it 23, Testology, enter 34, learning, Selenium, enter. So this, once I did it, see here, the control is jumped to 18th line now. And of course, it will go to display. This part it will go. So I'm doing, see here, it has gone to 37th line. Now I'll go one by one. So it is doing, it has printed first student detail. Just 37 line command is done. Now 38th line command is done. It is printing roll number and name. Now it is 40 line command is done. 41 is done. And next line. See here, it has gone to the 19th line. Now the whole thing is done. So execution starts from the main function only. Okay, and done. So this program is done, and we are able to see the detail. Now, I said that functions are reusable. Why we are saying reusable? Any number of times you can call it. So I want to call display values even before accept values, though it is not logical. But the thing is, I just want to demo for the demo purpose. Okay, we want to call display values. Okay, before accepting the values, what it will do, it will print some kind of null values, because null and zero, because there is no, because we have not accepted it yet. Accept is after the display. So let's run it just to show that you ran this thing. See here, it is showing me that this roll number and name is 0 and null initially, because there is no value we have accepted. Okay. Rest of the things will work as it is. Now it is asking for roll number and name, terminating this program. So in this way, you can modularize. So what is the advantage of doing writing the code in a functional way is modularization. You are properly doing in a modular way. So when we say modular way, so it's a big program, right? So you can give the task to one test engineer or development engineer to write the code for acceptance only. You can give another task to someone to write the code for display function. They can work on independently. Another thing is, now it's looking very clean. Now it is looking very clean that there is accept value function which will do just the acceptance. There is a display value which will do the display thing. Let's see one more example. After that, I'll take the questions. Don't worry about it. Let's make a small program again. But that will be very different from what we have done here. So let's say that we want to calculate the same simple interest. Okay, we want to calculate simple interest, and we are doing it in a functional way. So what we'll do, we'll declare three variables: double, principal, and so principal, rate, and time, and let's say what else? Sorry, SI. SI is like result, simple interest. Okay. So accept values. So I'm making a function that will just accept these three values. So we will say enter uh, principal. Spelling is fine. I don't know. I'm writing, let's say, amount. Okay. amount, rate, and time. Okay, so that will be principal. So P will come. st dot next double will be there because you are accepting double value. Next double, and then it will be for R and for T. So P, R, and T. So that's it. We accepted it. Perfect. We accepted three values. Then we will make another function to calculate. Calculate SI, which will just calculate the simple interest. Calculate SI, and we'll make public static calculate SI, and this function will simply do SI is equals to P into R into T divided by 100. That is the formula. Done. What is the problem here? Oh, it should be void. Okay. And there is display. So we'll say display result. Display result. So display result will just display the calculated value. So this we will say um, uh, details. That's it, details, and we will say amount is equals to B backslash N, rate is equals to R plus backslash N, time is equals to plus T, and after that we can say in the single line, so then you can say calculated simple interest is SI. We declared SI here. Okay, here. Now done. Okay, done. Let's run this program and then I'll tell you how this is working. So, so this is showing me my amount, rate, and time is this, and calculated simple interest is this. Fine. Are you guys able to hear me? So if you see here that we did accept value first, and then we did calculate SI and then display result in a very systematic way. Accept value will just accept these values. Calculate will just calculate the thing. Display will just display. So that display is done, right? Okay, let's run this program, and okay, we have already ran it. I wanted to show that how, let's see how the jump is there. The control jump will go. So debug as Java application. If you see here, it has come to here. If you see, it's at 25th line. That means actually we put the debug point here. That's why it is 20. So it's very clear that accept value was called, and we are doing all these things. So 1200 rate is 2% for 5 years. Enter. So now we did enter, but it should go to see here. It has gone to the calculate SI. Why? Because we called it. And now it is at this point. If you hover over P, it will tell you 1200. Current value of R is 2. Current value of T is 5. And then it will calculate the SI. Done. See here, it is going to the display result now, and it will do all the display thing. So this is like display thing happening. So this is how it works. Now I was saying it is reusable. Reusable means you can call any number of times accepted. So let's say you want to do it for next values, next three values, uh, next set of principal, rate, and amount. So that will also work. So see here, we don't have to write code again and again to accept the value, again and again to calculate, again and again to display. Once you have written, you just call the same function again. So if we run this time, and let's see how it will work. Enter amount, it is saying 400,000, 4 year, sorry, rate is 4 and time is 5. It is showing us the detail, and again it is asking us enter amount, rate, and time because we called it again. So let's say this time 10,000. Okay, 10,000, 6% rate for 8 years, enter. So this is again showing me the details. So this is how reusability works, and this is how functions are good to write, because once you write it, you can again and again call.